For this.
I will take minutes until I dip out at 5 to do my telehealth, and then I will dip back in.
Okay, so Commissioner Lee, if you could take minutes during the dip, that would be great, and forward your notes to Commissioner Maddox. And I think it was, we clarified prior to the beginning of the meeting that we will need those minutes by the first 10 days. Within 10 days, CC to myself, John York of the City Law Department, and Elaine Stroberman, so that we may, for the records of the city. That would be fantastic. Meeting is called to order. I'll just do a call. Commissioners Brent Lee, are you present?
Present.
Commissioner Pitt?
Present.
Okay. Commissioner Wright, Dr. Rice?
Present.
Commissioner Maddox?
Present.
Fantastic. On behalf of the city, I see Attorney John York and Attorney Law Director Eve Belfance, and as well, there's technical assistance by the city as well. And that name is something else. Miss, I'm sorry, I apologize.
No worries, Aniko.
Aniko,
yes.
Miss Aniko, thank you so much. Okay, the first item on the agenda is approval of the minutes of April, May, June, and September. We do not have those minutes, and so I will. I know that when we last met on September, I want to say 28th or 21st, the then acting secretary, we will need those minutes submitted directly for that meeting. That will include, and if that would be forwarded to myself, John York and Elaine Stroberman, so that we may move forward. Commissioner Maddox, you're recognized.
Those minutes were forwarded already to Elaine and to John, and I sent them to you for September.
Right. We had a second meeting in September. We met in September, and I believe Dr. Rice.
I was absent. I think I was absent for that. Okay. All right.
Just a point of clarification, my minutes goes as far as when Commissioner Lee left, because I was told that's when the quorum.
Right.
So I just want to be clarified with that.
Yes, and the rest were, that was the conclusion of the meeting. The rest were conversational items. But if you could forward those minutes, that would be, complete those.
I will.
Yes. That would be great. With regard to the minutes of June, May, and April, it appears that those meetings occurred during a time when our former secretary, who had resigned but had not completed those minutes. So in order for our records to be accurate, I will ask the present secretary if she could review those films on YouTube and transcribe those minutes. Just actions taken, votes, and those things. I do understand that it would be a bit of a project, but as I recall, those were fairly short minutes or short meetings. Commissioner Maddox, I would greatly appreciate and if you would do that as well, so that we, because without those minutes being submitted, and I know the commissioners are not, the issue of compensation is not the primary issue, but that completing those and getting our books in order would be greatly helpful to moving things forward.
If someone could, the technology person who's online, let me know if there is a certain code that I need to put in for YouTube to find those, or just the dates. If we have those, can I find them by date?
Yes, you can find them by date, but I can send you a link after the meeting is done.
Okay.
And yes.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Greatly, you have the thanks of the commission, and for that, Commissioner Maddox. If there's any assistance that you need or templates, certainly I'll forward you the agendas for those minutes, and that might help speed things along, so that it's just filling in those actions, and greatly appreciate it.
And those are for April, May, and June. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone else is having a problem, but I can barely make out what you're saying, Commissioner Thomas. It's I could hear Commissioner Rice when he spoke, but yours sounds very muted and muffled. I'm not sure. This is the first time that's ever happened.
Well, is it better now? No?
What
I can hear you okay.
Okay, Commissioner Lee, I can hear you perfectly fine. I just I'm not hearing Commissioner Thomas.